Welcome to Two Sides of the Story. I'm here with my lovely wife.
Hi, my name is Ngee.
And I'm Rich. Sorry we didn't come around last week, but we had great news.
Oh, yes.
One of our directors at Keeping Marriage Alive came back to a bouncing baby boy.
We took all our time that day so we couldn't host.
Yes.
But we thank God.
So we'll give a shout out to Amaka and
also Guinea.
Yes.
Oh, congratulations. Yes.
And to the baby boy Jeremiah.
Oh, J-Baby.
Just yesterday he was circumcised and he had a big cry.
Okay, so we're back.
We're back, yes.
Keep Marriage, this is Two Sides of the Story, powered by Keeping Marriage Alive Initiative. And it's a privilege. We are the founders who believe in strong marriage, strong family, healthy society. And Two Sides of the Story was simply created to help couples understand the perspective from the male side and the female side.
This bats harmony.
Oh, yes.
Communication.
And so much more. So we want to discuss what's up today.
No, you spilled bean out today.
Oh, we're talking about, it's a bit sensitive, but it's crucial in our marriage. It's pornography.
Yeah, pornography. It's controversial. But believe it, that's been one of the greatest negative effects on marriage, particularly sexual intimacy among couples.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And it must be dealt out. So tonight we believe we'll be able to give you an expose on it.
One of the things we're looking at is what's pornography? Yeah. I'm going to define pornography, then I'll define sex. Before we share,
so we can know the difference between the two. Some actually think they're practicing sex while doing pornography.
Pornography,
so it's a whole ball game,
Pornography is the eye pleasure, meaning I'm watching this to generate sexual excitement for myself and myself alone.
And selfishness,
Oh, yes. But in sex, it's about the coming together. For us, in Keep Marriage Alive, this is what we believe. That sex is the coming together of male and female, married couples to pleasure each other and also remind each other of the vow they've made to share their body and their mind together for the rest of their lives.
You see, when you go out intentionally to pleasure your spouse, inevitably you will be pleasured.
Oh, yeah.
It works that way. As against pornography, where it's self.
Oh, yes, I agree with you. So am I going to share the case study right now?
Yeah, let's listen to the case study.
One of the things about this case study, can I do this? I hope not. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Thank you both for the great work you're doing. This is from a young lady, and I'm sharing her story today. I don't know if you deal with this type of issues. Please clarify this issue for I and my husband. We've been married for 2 years now, with a 1-year-old child. Recently, I noticed my husband has been watching pornographic videos often. I feel it's affecting our marriage and sex life. Please need your advice because I feel threatened right now in my marriage. Thank you.
Wow, that's from her heart, and we do feel with her. Definitely pornography will affect your sex life and definitely your marriage. You see, what are the side effects? What are the demerits of pornography?
I think I'll leave that to you as a man to talk about the demerits. But we agree then.
The demerits of pornography.
Okay, what are they?
Pornography is really a bad stuff. It first gives you a false standard of what sexual intimacy is. You begin to compare your wife with what you're watching on the television or whatever. You begin to want to practice with your wife or with your husband as a sex toy, so to say, And what they do there is not real. It's make-believe. And it now satisfies you falsely, so to be. After the masturbation or whatever you do, you feel empty. It doesn't empower you to be better at sex. It doesn't. In fact, as my wife we discussed earlier, most people that indulge in this, most of them are not satisfying their spouses. And use it as a getaway, an escape.
Oh, yeah.
Like the other man, 6 months is not met with the wife, but he's enjoying pleasures of this secretly. Hidden.
The truth of the matter is, when you begin to indulge in pornography, certain things happen. One is it becomes about pleasuring yourself, and sex was never about self, it's about the other. So you've missed the essence of sex. Number two is sex is a covenant. And what I do with a covenant, you're sharing the covenant carelessly, leading to breakage. And one thing about pornography always leads to adultery. It leads to
masturbation.
It leads into addictions.
Yes.
So it's not what we expect from marriage. But
once you get addicted about it, I actually remember a case I met as a doctor several years back. The man couldn't have an erection in the presence of women. He has gotten so used to satisfying himself through pornography and masturbation that even if a woman is here naked, he's not moved.
Oh, yes.
He went to the negative part of it. It can go that bad.
Oh, I agree with that. I remember when you shared it with me. Yeah. And I came on, I was just wondering. Funny enough, we've had cases. We had one that called us and she said, my husband has not had sex with me for 2 years. So we're going to address this.
What has the man been doing for 2 years? That's a big question.
Okay, before we begin to delve into very serious things, I want to say hi to everyone watching.
Welcome.
Welcome, share your comments.
Your questions.
Oh, yes.
Invite your friends to watch.
And I like that. And if you think you have a case study that you think we can buttress upon, please do share. We will keep the anonymity clause. Nobody will read to you. Yes. Just like we're doing right now. Yes. So we're going to talk about a bit to address our friend who sent us this letter.
Going forward, what will they do?
Number one is don't cast stones. Yeah. It's irrespective of that your husband is watching pornography. When you begin to condemn, he's going to reject you. He's going to walk.
He's going to bring out the walls, trying to defend himself, trying to make it give excuses for doing that.
Oh, yes.
But beyond the excuses, what will you do to recover him, to rediscover his sex?
So the first one, as always for us, is communication. You're going to find a way to sit down and find out why.
Yes.
Because you can say, oh, he's committing sin, it's pornography. Is he missing something in marriage? Is he missing something he can't express to you? Yeah. Is libido dropping? Yeah. I know it's. I think it's called.
With age, a male sexual potency actually reduces. They tend to come more frequently, premature ejaculation, poor erection. Some get into this as a way of escape.
Oh yes,
where there's no winner, no champion by himself. He satisfies himself and feels good. Yeah. But it ought not to be that way. Oh, it can be done better, especially if you are married.
Oh yes, yes.
If you have an understanding spouse, once you discuss it, he can encourage you, and you can do much better.
Okay, we're going to share what we learned from ourselves. You see, one of the things we did was we shared boundaries. We discussed on boundaries. What are the boundaries for us in marriage?
In sex.
Yes, in sex rather. Sorry for that. In sex in marriage rather. Yes. And we said one of them was no anal sex, no pornography. We don't have it on our phones, don't have it on any video. We don't have it anywhere in the house. Yeah. Then we talked about, what else did we talk about? We talked about, what was it? We talked about anal sex. We said no masturbation. Now there's a difference between foreplay and masturbation. Yes, we won't delve into that today. But think about it. Foreplay is different from masturbation. Foreplay is the other pleasuring you. Yes. Masturbation is about you and you alone. So we won't go into details this evening. But now I want to ask the lady, do you have boundaries you set in your marriage? Did you both agree on the boundaries?
So both can work on it.
What standards are you expecting in the bedroom? Yeah. See, you must discuss it if you want to put value.
What pleases you in sexual intimacy?
And him too.
Yes.
And I think, Mimi, I'm going to ask you a question, but before then I want to say something. I think for women, when we start having children, we begin to let go. Yeah. It happened to me. We tend to let go and we add the weight and all, but in spite of all the weight and all, you can still put a little spice. Yeah. I'm big, bold, and beautiful, and I'm bragging about it. Yeah. You can still be slim and all, but I'm big, bold, and beautiful. So I'm working at this, smiling. Are you agreeing or disagree with me?
No, I'm agreeing.
And in the bedroom, girl, don't dare me. So what I'm saying is,
don't do that.
So when we got married, one of the things that happened in our marriage was this. When we had our first child, I was so into being a mother that I forgot I had a husband. So we began to have very funny quarrels and all. I didn't get it in the first child. When we had the second child, the issues came up again. When I wanted to relate with my husband, he kept on telling me I'm using him, I'm doing this. By the tail end of going to 2 months, I realized that maybe it was a sex issue. So we began to address it. Yeah. But by our third baby, I think I got it right, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
What did I do?
It means both of you have to be sensitive.
Oh, Okay, it's important to agree upon that. I like what you're saying.
Yes. Go on.
So one of the things we looked at in our marriage was when I had my third baby and my husband. I think the 6th week, I called my mother. I expressed and left the baby for a night. And I went and lodged and had fun with my husband. Because the truth of the matter is the babies are very important, but they will leave us after a while.
Sure.
So how are you putting spies in your marriage? Are you
spite of the situation you find?
Are you pausing your marriage for the children? No. I know some men come when they come for counseling. Maybe you remember they keep on saying, "My wife at home is always tying towels, wrappers,
looking like a maid."
You know,
not being sexually attractive.
Oh yes, you could be, as I said, big, bold, and beautiful. That's allowed. How do you dress? I remember a few years ago I used to do all the wrapper things. My husband warned me. So at home, you can never catch me in a wrapper if I'm not wearing my gowns. I'm wearing my short skirts. I'm wearing my shorts.
Yeah, ready to go. You need to be in that.
Okay, but the truth of the matter is, when you set standards in sex in marriage, what happens? You become sweeter. You begin to express yourself better. Yeah. And I think when you talk about
and you work together, teamwork, spontaneity.
Oh yes.
You don't have to wait midnight, all that stuff. Spontaneity.
I know it's not easy
when you have a baby.
Yes, and people be living with people in the house, but it's workable. I began with petals on the bed once in a while. I do the chocolate. I do soft music.
Occasionally we dance salsa together.
Oh yes.
You have to recreate the urge, the fun, the passion.
I've been in salsa this night. Look at me. Okay, I think his husband is shy. Can you imagine that? Okay, I'm going to keep it. So, I'll be censoring or not.
No, I'm just remembering memories,
Okay, so for us, as we began to express ourselves, we put an accountability pattern. Yeah. You see, when the sex level drops in our home, we are permitted to remind each other that we become too busy to pleasure each other. Yeah. And what's happened is, as the years have gone by, I think sex has become more beautiful.
Yes, and it's getting better and better.
Oh yes, I'm even scared. Can it be sweeter than this?
Yeah, it can be. There's always room for improvement, you see.
So we're going to talk to you, my dear friend, and I hope your husband is listening. One of the things you need to know is pornography is a no-no. That's what we've agreed on today. Yes. Pornography is a no-no.
I think both of you should agree on that.
Oh, yes.
It's a good starting point.
And for men, they like understanding why. So the reasons my husband has talked about, the ill effects, even health-wise is not good enough for you. You know, the mental exhaustion.
And men are visual. They carry on that picture even beyond what we've watched. They can be meeting with a woman and thinking about another woman that they saw during the pornography.
So what you're saying is they're meeting with their wife and they are thinking about someone else.
Yes.
So already there's something happening.
Exactly.
The third party
so the
marriage.
pleasure is not from what they are doing, it's from what they've watched.
And that's wrong.
And that's really abusive.
Oh yes, I like that. So when we apply pornography, quite often in marriage, we are abusing the other one.
Yes.
So we begin to judge our standard with the person who might not in reality be able to deliver.
Yes.
And then what happens? Disconnect, disunity, and then maybe
it's just become a functional thing you're doing there.
So how much are you? Oh yes. How much are you willing to work on this? We're going to tell you to go communicate. Don't condemn. Don't judge.
Yes. Encourage him all the way and be with him there.
Find out why. Why is this? It didn't, because from her story, it wasn't that they began like that. No, it just began after the child came. Yeah. So look at it, why? And if you need to adjust, repackage, tend to become sexy. See, married women that are listening, that your marriage does not give you any excuse why you shouldn't package yourself. Please do package yourself. And for our husbands, we like to be pursued a bit. Could you pursue us a bit more?
If the man will leave the pornography, of course he will direct his attention and focus on something else. And that should be his wife. And their sexual intimacy, how to improve it.
Okay. So we're living with her communication. We're saying learn to express.
Draw boundaries.
Oh yes. Accountability. As we said, when the sex life is dropping, be accountable to each other. When you notice differences, let's talk to each other. Don't sleep and keep the quarrels burning and the flames dying. Oh no. Quarrels burning, flames dying. No, we kill sex in marriage. And I think when you have sex more often,
practice makes perfect.
Oh yes.
So go right ahead and make love,
And I think what else do you need to say to the men watching now?
Yeah, truly, as I said, pornography doesn't make you better. It doesn't make you a greater person in sex. It actually weakens you. Actually gives you an alternative, making you like a lily. Go there and
perform.
Yeah. Do the real deal.
And for the women, sex is beautiful. You can also do a little, we tell them, you can also be a little bit forward, it's not bad. I'm not saying be forward all the time, but tell your husband you miss him. Tell him you want to have a time with him. You know the little things you need to do.
Yeah,
you see, we can't take sex and marriage for granted.
No, you can't.
Responsibilities are shooting from everywhere. So make that place spontaneous, beautiful, and wonderful for the man to come home to. Petals, chocolates, a lot of things, edibles. I don't want to go further than that. Yeah. If you need more tips, you could send us comments and we'll
think of how to be more creative.
Yes.
You could start by bathing together.
Oh yes, oh yes.
So your bodies relax in the hands of the other.
And if you like,
and it can lead to any other thing.
And if you like our tip of salsa, we have to learn salsa to recreate our marriage.
Yeah, that's really an erotic dance.
Oh yes, so I salsa together
and uniquely, sexual intimacy is not what you can hand over to another person.
Oh yes.
So you can't delegate it that my driver go and help me. You can't do that. Or the woman will clean and help me. No. So it's a crucial assignment, as I say it, between both spouses to satisfy each other. So you can't leave it to another person.
So we're leaving with you with this. It's workable. Pornography is not the way. But together you can build something worthwhile.
You can overcome it.
Oh yes.
That he will not even have the thought of that anymore.
And I think we should also pray about it. Yeah, for me, I'm a praying woman. I believe it works.
And follow up. Even when it's out of it, follow up.
Yes, to be
People can always go back.
Oh yes.
It's important to do that.
So don't forget what sex is. Sex is not about the I. It's about we. Thank you very much. So we say to everyone listening, there is always two sides of the story. Love you.
Bye.
My salsa.
Yeah.